Hi, I'm Jake,
Cody.
and this is the Photoshop tutorial show. And we're going to go through today and we're going to teach you how to use the clone stamp tool. And what this does is you can extend an image. So let's say if you only had half of this polar bear's face, you could actually just clone another half and then mirror it over. But right now we're just going to start with something simple to teach you the basics of it. And what we're going to do is he's missing part of his ear, part of the lower part of his face, and the upper part of his head.
So, like we did in our other tutorial, you go to the canvas size, and we don't need to anchor it at all because we're going to change everything. So, Jake's going to change the height to make it a little bit bigger, and always make sure it's on inches when you edit the canvas size. It just makes it easier.
We're going to go a little bit bigger here, just to make sure that you have enough room. You can change it when you're done, but you just want to make sure you have ample room to extend the picture.
So what Jake's doing right now is, like he said, he's using the stamp tool, and you're going to press Alt.
And make sure that it's on the clone stamp tool, not the pattern stamp tool. So anyways,
he's going to hit Alt, and what he's doing is he's going to copy that little bit of the image that is under his cursor. So as you can see, he copied the color from the ear and is now moving it up to the top part of the
and
ear.
if you can see, that little tiny plus sign is what I'm cloning from. So, like, let's say I reach the end, so now I can't clone anymore because I've reached the end. This, the plus sign is actually off of the original image, so I can no longer clone from that. So then you have to go back and click Alt down here, and then round off the ear, and then maybe we'll take some from this side.
When you're doing this, it's important to go back and get like every time Jake hits Alt and goes back, he's getting a different like color sample from that ear, so that it has different textures and whatever else. And each part of the ear or whatever you're gonna do is gonna have different shades. Even if it's all white, it'll be little different shades. So you go back and get different colors, so it makes the ear really like smooth together, and it's not all one color and looks weird.
Now I'm just continuously pressing Alt, click, and then drag a little bit. Alt, click, drag just a little bit.
And Jake's doing exactly what I said, which is going to make the picture look like the ear more smoothly, make it look more natural.
It's going to look like it's kind of real. I mean, it's hard to get it to the point where it's perfectly real, but you can get it to the point where when you zoom out from this picture, it's going to look like, okay, that's definitely an ear. I'm not done with this part yet, but now we're going to take the eraser because when I was demonstrating earlier, I think I might have overextended this ear, so we're just going to erase this a little bit, and then we'll go back to the clone tool and then extend it again. It's a really simple process, but a lot of people just don't ever take the time to learn it. And once you get it down, you can really easily clone anything you want. I mean, yesterday I was making a car, and the back end of it was gone. So I just took a picture of another car that was similar to it and just extended all the way and made it look like that car was the real whole car. So now that we've gotten one ear done, you can work with it a little bit more or less if you want to, but now we're going to do the top of his head. So you want to make sure that the pattern that you're taking from is the same all the way around. So this is a curve, so you're going to need this area right here all the way up here, and then this right here to go up and meet each other.
Which is why Jake is going back and forth and getting different, I'm going to call them samples of the color, so it really smooths out the top of the head.
Now right now we're just going to fast forward real quick, and we're just going to finish this in real time and then fast forward it so that you guys don't have to watch the whole top of this head being made. Alright, we can continue to talk here, but we're just going to cut the audio on this.
There's not like a lot you can say. I just said like the same thing.
Okay, we're back, and so right there we did the top of the head and the ear, and we decided that we're not going to do this bottom part because after doing the top, you kind of get the whole point of it, and it's kind of just a repetitive process, and we don't want to like overkill it. So now after you're done, we're going to go back to canvas size, and since you're anchoring, you want to go...
You would want to anchor it up so that the bottom part, the white part by the bottom of his face, comes up, and the top part of the head stays where you got it.
Okay, so we're going to need to cut it down a couple inches, maybe like 35, maybe do the original size of 35 and a half, and then anchor it. There we go. So now if you want to, you can go through and just add this color to the background, but you want to make sure that the ears and the top of the head still stand out. So that was the Photoshop tutorial on the cloning stamp tool, and I'm Jake,
Cody?
and we'll see you next week.